All right, get ready to be serenaded by the sound of mastery tonight. Our next guest is a luminary in both rhythm and mentorship, a graduate of U of T's Jazz Performance Program, a certified teacher by 2020, and a new co-leader of the music program at OKM Secondary School here in Kelowna. Whether he's leading student ensembles, playing weddings, or headlining jazz nights, Zach brings a next-level finesse to everything he touches. He plays sax and woodwinds for bands like Rocksteady, Monroe and Patrick, Tradburner, The Passion of Amy Winehouse, and the BC Interior Jazz Festival Big Band, and can be heard on the albums of Embargo and Tradburner. Plus, he's no stranger to jazz stages. He lit up Munan's Post and the Moonlight Jazz Society during jazz nights, and has been attending the RCA's weekly jazz jam for over 13 years. In the classroom and on stage, he's sculpting future musicians as much as he's enchanting audiences. He's not just teaching notes, he's teaching how to feel music, live music, be music. Please welcome the saxophone virtuoso, high school music mentor, and beloved voice of Kelowna's jazz scene, Zach Griffin. Thanks so much for coming on the show. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Have a seat. Absolutely. Sure. We're so happy you came to chat with us.
Yeah, of course.
How's your night going so far?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about yours?
It's going good.
Good.
I mean, as long as I got my lines right, but...
Sure, yeah.
Ready for me to ask you a whole bunch of questions?
Go for it.
Right on. You've got an amazing combo of pro performance chops and full-time teaching career. How did that first start? How did that journey begin?
Well, my mom got me in piano lessons when I was about 5 years old.
Nice.
And did that for a few years until I got bored of the theory. It's kind of funny because now theory is like my favorite thing about music, but I just wanted to play and have fun at the time. And but my mom said I couldn't quit, but I had to switch to a different instrument. So I switched to guitar and did that for a few years. And after that, moved on to saxophone when I joined band in school.
Right on.
And I was inspired by my high school music teacher, Craig Thompson. And then, just rest is history. Went off and did music at post-secondary. And it's been a blast.
I like that. How do you find that adding teaching into the mix? How does that fuel you?
It's great. I still feel like I'm a student. Music is an endless mountain, and there's always something to improve on. But I think maybe what's changed is my mindset on what's important. And, when I was younger, I thought the most important thing was to sound super technical and impressive. But I've kind of had this switch where it's more important to serve the music and play stuff that I want to play and what the audience wants to hear. And serving as an example for my students, that's kind of what I'm going for with that all the time. Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan. It's working out well.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. You went all in with jazz at U of T, and now you're heading the lead music program at OKM. How did the shift from student to teacher shape your outlook on music?
Yeah, it was so similar to what I was saying there. It's just, being more positive and kind of getting rid of that negativity and not caring about what the peers think too much, that it'll bring you down and bring in that negativity, but focusing on what brings joy and serving the music. That's kind of like an anthem that I live by.
It seems smart.
Yeah.
You've played with some killer bands like Monroe and Patrick and Tradburner. What do you love most about playing live? And does that influence how you teach at all?
Yeah. So playing live, there's nothing else like it. When people go to live shows, they love it, and that's why they keep going back. And one thing that I really like about playing live is that it's this connection, a collaboration with the audience. Sometimes going back to it, doesn't have to always be the most complicated thing. Sometimes I'll wail on a high note, and people will love it. They'll cheer, and it's just one note,
right?
But they love it, and I love being able to use my gift to share that joy with people. And sometimes music is not all about joy, and it's about sadness, and there's a place for that too, and that's great. And it's nice to dig into the emotions with people, and just have that collaborative nature with the audience. It's really fun.
I love that.
In terms of how it influences my teaching, I think overall it's it's important to be focusing on the positives rather than negatives. Being a performer is definitely helpful as a teacher. I get the street cred from the students, and once they hear me play the saxophone for the first time, they generally listen a lot better.
Nice.
But yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessary to be a professional musician to be a good music teacher, but it definitely helps in a lot of situations where I can just play as an example rather than yak about it all day. So yeah.
That's fair. A little more connected with the music.
That's right. Yeah.
The saxophone has such a distinct voice. What drew you to that originally? When was the moment you knew, like, that's it?
Well, I don't know if there was an exact moment, but I guess I have my brother, my older brother, Ethan, to thank for playing the saxophone, because when he was in band, he picked the saxophone. And when it was my turn to pick an instrument for band, we had one laying around in the house. And so that's why I picked the saxophone, but it worked out really well because I kind of like being the center of attention, and especially in a jazz band in a small combo format, the saxophones are front and center. And another thing that kind of makes me realize that it is the right choice for me is that the saxophone is the way that the reed vibrates is kind of like our vocal cords, and so that's why I think people resonate with the saxophone so well, because it's kind of like a voice, and I like to speak through the instrument with people and have that, communication, the collaboration with the audience.
So cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know a whole bunch about music, so I'm loving all this information.
Sure, yeah.
This is really neat.
Yeah, of course.
Right on. So balancing gigs and teaching and personal creativity, that can't be easy. How do you keep the fire lit and stay inspired?
Yeah, that's something that I'm always working on. I don't think there's a hard, fast answer to that one. But after university, I took some time off of practicing just to give myself a break. And I actually think that was the best thing for me at the time. And, music was starting to feel like a chore rather than something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
And so now I feel like I've done that grunt work, and I've prepared myself enough where I don't necessarily need to be practicing to that extreme anymore and worrying about the finite details. Like I can play the stuff that I want to play now, which is great. And I think it's important to do stuff that brings joy. And so focusing on things that I've always wanted to do, but I felt like I've never had the time to do it. So an example of that would be my new big band project, Zachary Griffin Jazz Orchestra. I've been putting on one show per month, and at the Kelowna Italian Club. And I've always wanted to do it, but it was, I don't have enough time for that. But I've decided recently that, I got to make time for the stuff that's important, and I'm going to try to live by that moving forward. So that's kind of how I keep the spark alive.
That's awesome. And good for you about your show and finally getting to that.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very cool. And so that's once a month.
Yeah, so far. Yeah, we've done 2 shows in the summer, and I'm hoping to keep it going. So
that's cool. Okay, so if somebody wanted to come see this show, how would they get a hold of that?
All the tickets so far have been on ShowPass. So if you just search my name, Zach Griffin Jazz Orchestra, on ShowPass, it'll pop up, and the most recent or the upcoming show will come up there, and you can get your tickets there. Or if they want, they can follow me on Instagram. I have a music account, Saxophone.
Nice.
So that one's fun. Or you can follow me on Facebook, and I'll be your friend.
Right on. Perfect. And of course, we'll have all of your links up on our page too.
That'd be great.
So we'll try and make it as easy as possible for everybody to come and stalk you nicely, responsibly.
Healthy stalking.
Healthy stalking. There you go. All about the art.
That's right. Yeah.
Right on. That sounds super exciting.
Yeah.
So you've been a part of jazz nights and wedding sets, school ensembles, like every vibe imaginable. What is one performance that stands out to you?
Oh, it's kind of hard to pick one because they're all so different. Yeah. I really like weddings because it's pretty cool to be a part of someone's most important day of their entire lives. And usually it's really great, and people love hearing the saxophone because it's this added thing. So that's really cool. So it's nice to be in these intimate moments with family and friends of these people I don't know, but I just bring this higher level to their party. So that's fun. But there's other ones too. Like I did Jillian Harris's wedding last week, the big influencer. So that was kind of cool to be a part of. I heard that it was like the royal wedding in Canada, but so that's cool. But I think if I had to pick one, it would. Okay, I'll pick two. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. But,
no, I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
There was one when in between third and fourth year university, I was selected to be a part of the Ottawa Jazz Festival's Youth Jazz Summit, which is like a 10 person ensemble.
Oh, cool.
So there are 10 people across Canada auditioned for it, and I won the alto saxophone chair for that group.
Well, like, damn.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. So that was great, and we did a lot of performances at the festival and workshops throughout the week. And one of the performances was opening up for jazz legend Herbie Hancock.
Seriously.
And so we got to meet him and hang out in his trailer, and he was teaching us how to meditate. And I remember one of the moments in the trailer, he was like, he looked at me, he's like, "Do you understand what I'm saying?" And I was like, "Yes, Herbie, I do. Yes."
I love it.
So that was cool. And so on stage we're playing one of my compositions. We played a bunch of songs, but we were playing one of my songs, and I looked over side stage, and there's Herbie, and he's nodding and listening to music. And I thought, wow, this is really cool. Like Herbie Hancock is listening to my song, and he likes it.
And he enjoys it, yeah.
So that was cool. And then, one other quick cool story is with the Monroe and Patrick Band from Saskatchewan. We opened for Amanda Marshall last year at the Salmon Arm Roots and Blues Festival. So there was probably 15, 20,000 people in the audience.
Yeah, just a few.
And so, I play a solo and people are cheering. Yeah, I live a pretty cool life sometimes.
Yeah, you do. That must have felt amazing.
Yeah, so sorry I can't pick one, but
no, I'm gonna tell me all the stories. I'm here for it. It's great.
So
that's amazing.
Thanks.
I would love to hear you do the two.
Sure.
Do you want to give us a little taste?
Of course, yeah, sounds
I'm
good.
so excited. I've been so jacked about listening to you play. Amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling the groove so hard. Thank you so much for playing for us. That was amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Come back and hang out anytime.
Will do. That's great.
Wonderful.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Give it up for Zach Griffin, everyone.